Hello. Are you looking forward to going to Japan, honey?
Always.
Yeah.
Best fans in the world, yeah.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
All the time.
Yeah, we're gonna tear them up, aren't we?
We are. Even the 80-year-olds. Poor buggers. Yeah, I mean, they've been there ever since we went to Rainbow, really. And they're still there with their kids and their grandkids.
There's a lot to be said for loyalty.
There is.
What we're about to do. We are about to do this. This is the program of musical events that we have devised for these particular shows in Japan, Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. And it's going to be a good time. About 10 songs here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope everybody comes down and sees us, and we will be there.
So don't even fuck with the other ones.
Yeah, I know that's not it. It looks like my pedal. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah, it's like, you know.
What are you doing, Conrad?
So you move with your foot.
I'm just doing some stuff. What? I move over my foot. That's what I do. So I don't
want
have
to
kind of
bend down.
Yeah.
Tuning.
You know, you kind of just. I do the side of my foot. It works for me.
Yeah. I like that technique.
As long as you see the light. I mean.
Yeah. We plug it back in on practice.
So guys, why do we have this pedal? What does that do?
We changed the pitch of the guitars without having to bring 32 guitars in a row. We can only bring a couple and have multiple tunings. And we can do wow, wow, wow with it too. I don't do that often with this pedal. But
the new Digitech.
Yeah.
Hi, Graham. Where are we off to? Really? Cat got your tongue? You know, you are so obstinate, I'm gonna have to spank you.
I'm done.
Hi, I'm Mark Venkachaya. Just joined the Graham Bonnet Band. I'm the new member. Replaced Mark Zonder, which has been really a great experience for me. He's a great drummer, and filling his shoes is pretty big shoes to fill. Been a fan of Graham Bonnet for years. I actually saw him in '79 with Rainbow at the Los Angeles Forum, and to be a part of his band now is a big honor for me. And I'm really enjoying this experience with him in the new lineup. And we're going to Japan this weekend with Gary Shea and Jimmy. So I'm really looking forward to doing some of the Alcatrazz stuff. And it's just been a great experience so far.
Graham Bonnet Band released the current record, The Book, on tour in Japan. What's the response been like to the album and at the live shows to the band?
It's been great. It's been great. We've got a lot of very positive feedback. You know, we're really happy with the results ourselves. I think we're very fortunate capturing all the classic sound of Graham's legacy and, you know, Alcatrazz specifically, and all those beautiful bands has been on it. But I think we also managed to put our own twist on it, and I think the fans are responding really well, and, you know, commercially did really well here. Everybody's happy about it.
And you guys are performing Rainbow, Michael Schenker Group, Graham Bonnet solo, and in the Alcatrazz set, all the Alcatrazz stuff. How do you feel about performing all that stuff, Conrad? Hard work?
It feels great. It definitely made me a better musician. You know, it was a lot of hard work. At this point, I just kind of do my best and have fun. You know, I try to not overthink too much about it, but the response about it has been good too. So if the fans are happy, I'm happy. You know, I think I'm doing a good job.
So Conrad's deciding what footwear to wear in Japan, and he seems
super light. Yeah, dude, they're super comfy.
What are you going to go for, Conrad?
I think I'm going to go for my Jeremy Scotts. I don't know. They're like
for that,
cowboy boots / basketball boots. So if you want to ride a horse or play some basketball,
What about playing a gig? How does playing a gig factor into that whole thing?
I don't know.
Or if you want to wrestle, you can. These are multi-purpose.
Well, the Japanese are known for the wrestling.
You know what? I'm gonna go in this one.
I don't know, dog.
I think I'm gonna at least go in the final.
Jimmy's been doing so much blow that he...
Yeah, that's what it is. Who's your friend Bernie that was here yesterday?
Barney?
Is he a friend of yours?
So I just stop that. We'll start a whole new thing.
I don't want to get in control.
Okay.
All right, just finished rehearsal here with Graham Bonnet Band and Alcatrazz, and sounding pretty good. Taking the flight to Tokyo tonight. I'm excited about that. I think those are doing the trick. She said there's a broken seat in the plane, and if I sit beside the broken seat, I can leave this in the broken seat. I was like, okay, that works for me.
So Conrad's having huge problems bringing his guitar on the plane. Where are we, Gary? Where are we?
Where are we? We're in Seoul, Korea.
Seoul, Korea.
Sorry. Seoul.
Waiting to get on the plane to go to Japan. It's Jimmy Waldo, keyboards of the Graham Bonnet Band, and the Alcatrazz shows that are coming up in Japan. Tell us about that, Jimmy.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It'll be the first time Gary and Graham played together in 113 years in Japan. No, it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool. Shows here are always really special, nothing like it for Alcatrazz. So this will be fun. See some old fans, new fans. It'll be great.
Heading to Japan. Here we go. Down the chute. How did Alcatrazz first get together?
Basically in my garage in Calabasas, California. I was looking to put a band together that was very similar to the Rainbow lineup, and we were looking for a keyboard player, a bass player, a guitar player, obviously, and a drummer. I got a phone call from Andy Truman, who was Graham's neighbor and friend, and Graham had come to Los Angeles and wanted to have his own band, start a group actually. And he said that Graham was looking for a bass player. Would I be interested? And I said, yeah, definitely, kid. And Jimmy Waldo and I had been playing with Vinnie Vincent. Vinnie was offered at the last minute to play with Kiss, and it was a good thing for him. Jim and I were in Los Angeles, and Andy suggested playing with Graham, and we met at the hotel, the Riot House on Sunset, and discussed having a band together.
Your thoughts on Yngwie Malmsteen in the band?
Oh, he was a great asset, there's no doubt about it. The kid was hungry at the time. He was 19 years old, and he was a tremendous asset to the band. I mean, he really put his heart into it and wanted to prove himself, and I thought, you know, one day this kid's probably going to go on his own somewhere, and eventually he did. I found Yngwie, and he was great. He was really excited, and he was great. And he fit in great with our concept of the music we wanted to play, which is a little European-style rock. It wasn't a party boogie band thing, and it was great. We worked really hard. We had a lot of laughs, a lot of good times, a lot of great influence together, and put a bunch of songs together in a short time, and it was really great.
What was the response to the first record, No Parole from Rock and Roll?
The record company was extremely excited. They were all psyched about it, and it was a really good response. If Rockshire hadn't gone under, it probably would have gone on to sell a lot more copies, but it was a great response. Everywhere we went, we toured the United States, and everywhere we went, the response was fantastic. So it was received really well.
Jimmy dropping stuff all over the place.
Passport picture.
On the plane.
Oh, sorry. It's the last pitch you'll take.
Happy to be here.
Just landed in Osaka. We're in the van. There's Gary. There's Conrad filming me, filming him.
Yeah,
There's
we're
Mark.
documenting the
document.
Jimmy Waldo.
There's Yumi over there in a driverless car. That's pretty cool. No, look at that. No steering wheel, nothing. She's driving.
Yumi picked up Graham and Bethany yesterday, so they're already at the hotel.
They're very good.
They're very good.
Very good.
Cool.
Sure.
So,
This is Osaka. And there's a man up here waving a sign and saying things on the loudspeaker, but I'm just guessing there's a sale. 13% off. And then over here we have Graham Bonnet. Yeah. So if you go to department stores in Japan, the bottom level is always like the grocery area. And as you can see, we have beautiful fresh fruits and vegetables. And you can buy things in really small quantities here, like 3 asparagus. And I've never seen that in any other country. But you can also get amazing cakes and chocolates and all kinds of stuff. You can even get a bonnet.
how and why did things deteriorate with England?
I think it was a combination of problems. The manager was a drug addict, basically, and the direction, Andy became way more focused on Yngwie, making Yngwie a star. And so it really hurt the band because he neglected the rest of us, and wasn't as interested in Graham as he was Yngwie. And that really hurt. I mean, that was a drag, and yeah, Yngwie was destined to be his own guy. I mean, to have his own band and be a solo artist. So when we did split with him, it wasn't a big, well, you're fired kind of thing. It was more about a mutual agreement that, I mean, I talked to him and I said, you know, this is not working, you know, and he goes, yeah, I want to do my own thing. And I said, yeah, you know, that's what you need to do. Good luck, no problem. I blame the manager for the deterioration of Alcatrazz because he split the thing up internally to focus on Yngwie's career, which he did. He went on to continue managing Yngwie, and we fired him as a manager.
Arrived at the hotel in Osaka.
We're signing.
Jimmy signing. So, people with the new record. Look at that.
No.
Hold up the new record. Cool.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? It's Bethany. We're here in Japan. We're here to promote our album, The Book, which came out in November and did very well here. So we're touring to support it and promote it. We're doing 3 shows. The first one is tonight in Osaka. We'll play again tomorrow night in Nagoya, and then 2 nights later in Tokyo. We're very excited. We're stoked. We brought Gary, the original bass player from Alcatrazz, so there's going to be a Graham Bonnet Band set where we cover Graham's vast litany of material, starting from some of his solo stuff through Rainbow, MSG, and all of that. And then I'll bring Gary up on stage, I'll leave, and there'll be a full Alcatrazz set. Then I'll return, we do Lost in Hollywood, and then I'll do the next show.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy is, in fact, now with the Graham Bonnet Band, and here he is. And he's leaving the Graham Bonnet Band tomorrow. He's threatened. Are you leaving tomorrow?
I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the train schedule.
He's semi-permanent anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
semi.
Yeah. So he's going to be doing 2 shows, and so am I. And we hope you're all going to be there and enjoy it, because it's going to be a lot of songs. A lot of songs you know, so please sing along with us. See you there.
Jimmy and Conrad being very popular pop stars in Japan. Big in Japan. Oh, there's Mark. He's a pop star now too. Look at that. This is outside the hotel in Osaka. There's Yumi. There's Tom.
Which way,
And there's Graham Bonnet.
Just come back. We're going to meet you guys for the show.
Hello, we're here tonight in Osaka, which is great. We were here 33 years ago. I'm double that age now, I think. And it's great to be here. I'm tuning up my brand new Dudicus Tiberius bass, made in Cambridge, Massachusetts by my friend Steve Vai here. Beautiful bass. Beautiful bass. We'll be playing this tonight, and we will definitely bring in some thunder for sure. Ready to rock and have a great fucking time.
Here we are at soundcheck in Osaka. There's Mr. Conrado Personato.
What?
There you go. What?
Can I have a track number 2 here? Higher, a considerable amount, just a good amount. Track number 2.
I'm finding the light to shine on these words.
The efficiency of the Japanese never fails to impress me. We are about 15 minutes after the show finished, and look at this. The people are out, the stage is being vacuumed, and you wouldn't even think anything happened here tonight in Osaka. There's a rumor that Clive Burr, ex-Iron Maiden drummer, was involved in the early stages of the band. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't involved. He came down and played with us for a couple days, but it just didn't work out. He wasn't in great shape for doing this. I don't think he had played in a while, and it just wasn't working. He wasn't the right drummer for the band. Andy wanted the Iron Maiden tag. He wanted to be able to use that. He felt that him having been an Iron Maiden would really help the band and all this stuff. And
so we're leaving Osaka, heading to Nagoya. Hi, Graham.
Hey.
How did you like the show last night?
It was wonderful. It was. I was totally naked all night.
I don't know if I did a good job, but
I'm sure you did. You're great at that. I'm not very good.
How'd you enjoy the gig last night, Conrad?
What?
Good gig last night?
well
Yeah.
What?
I gotta keep the waffle.
It's Jimmy and Gary.
Hello, darling.
How are you? Jimmy and Gary. How are you?
Good morning, Giles. How are you, sir?
Doing good. How are you? Look out the window.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, look at that. There's people. There's fans. And there's Graham Bonnet.
What?
Right there. There he is.
I am, yes. I'm still me. Thinking of changing it, though. I don't like the Graham. I think I'll change it. I will change it officially to Gordon, I think. Or Elvis. I think Elvis is better. Oh, I'm bored now, aren't you?
And on that note, on our way to Nagoya from Osaka. 1 hour train journey.
Nagoya.
There's Yumi. Hi, Yumi.
Don't talk to him.
I said so, but it's Jimmy and Gary. Giles, management. Conrad, terrorist.
Hey, I shaved.
I know, I can't even call you that anymore. Mark, our gracious hosts, Jimmy and Tom, who probably don't want to be on film. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, and then it's him again.
And then these two.
No, can you shut up, Mr. Negative? So, yeah, we're leaving Osaka, and this is the view from the train, which will start moving at a very rapid pace soon. It's so different from where we live. I like it. I don't know if I could live here, probably because I don't speak the language very well, but there's aspects to Japanese lifestyle that I really enjoy, especially the toilet seat warmer. That's freaking amazing. Looking at the beautiful Japanese countryside on our way to Nagoya. Okay, we're on the train, and look out. There's the trolley with the stuff on it, of which we're not imbibing in any. Really very deep in discussion about God knows what. The other lads. It's like you're on tour with us.
And here we are in Nagoya. Here's our merchandise stand. Graham Bonnet Band, the new album, The Book, tour shirt, along with our selection of Alcatrazz shirts, photos, fully stocked and ready.
I'm so spoiled by Japanese toilets. They're so just great. Like there's a seat warmer, and they all have a bidet function, and they'll play sounds if you're the shy type, and I'm gonna miss them so much. But I do want to point out right here, I can read a little Japanese, and that says oshiri, which means butt. let's see, what is that? Yawada. I love Japanese toilets. They have seat warmers and bidets and all kinds of fun things. And yes, I am actually taking this from the vantage point of sitting, because I just wanted to share how great the Japanese toilet is. And if you listen carefully, you can hear Graham and the band rehearsing the Alcatrazz portion of the set while I sit here. Ohio gozaimasu.
What?
Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio, Tokyo.
Good morning. So Graham and I are at breakfast after our show in Nagoya last night. As you can see, Graham is having a traditional Japanese restaurant breakfast, which consists of eggs and french fries and a salad and a little yogurt. Notice how delicate the little dishes and things are here. It's very cool. I am having a Japanese breakfast with some hijiki, some salad, some natto, which I probably won't eat, a little seaweed, some oshingo or pickles. That is, I already started on my egg and tsuyu, which I love, and a little fish. And I'm a happy camper. I love, love, love pretty much every culture and learning about it, but in particular I love Japanese, and everything is so delicate here, including, look at my napkin. I'm gonna make short work of that. Wait, let's have a look at that. Oh yes.
A lovely line in the, whatever it is.
So, okay, Nagoya. Impressions of Nagoya. Look how freaking cool the architecture is. I love Japan. I do. It's inexplicable, but I feel
That thing over there.
remarkably at home here. It's Beautiful.
All the angles.
Tell us the origin of the song Island in the Sun.
Graham wrote it about being a prisoner at Alcatrazz, as an island in the sun. He was dreaming about being on an island in the sun as a prisoner in Alcatrazz. So the whole video was about this dream sequence of Graham dreaming that he's not in prison anymore, he's in Hawaii, an island in the sun. And still an island, Alcatrazz being an island.
What was the origin of the music?
I had this piece of music in Boston before I moved to LA that I always liked, but never got cut. And so we came to Rockshire Studios when we were rehearsing, writing. We were on stage and I just said, hey, I got this thing, and I played it for him, and Graham was, oh yeah, I like that. And Yngwie just walked over and went, yeah man, I got that. And Yngwie contributed a really cool section to it, and it was very, it was easy. Took us about, I think that took about 15 minutes to put that together. I'm not kidding. 15 or 20 minutes, and we had kind of the skeleton of the song. Graham was singing melodies, and Yngwie was soloing, and the vibe was there, jammed, the drums. It was just very easy. So it was a natural thing. That's one of those, you know, even though it wasn't heavy like Two Snails or anything, it was just, but it was cool. It came together very quickly.
Where are we going, Jimmy?
We're going to fucking Tokyo. I'm sorry. Take two. We're going to Tokyo.
Hi, Graham.
Yes,
We're going to Tokyo today.
I know. Are we there? Not there yet? Oh, what side is what? That will be everybody, I
Thank you.
What was it like replacing Yngwie with Steve Vai? How did you hook up with him?
Oh, Jimmy.
I got in touch with David Rosenthal, and somebody said, "Oh, call David Rosenthal." So I called him. David says, "You need to call this guy, Steve Vai." They were met each other at Berkeley, and we're good friends. So David gave me his number. I called him, and we got together with Steve a couple times.
Yeah, I think Steve was a completely different guitar player from anyone I've ever played with, really. And he's very inventive and wasn't really into the so-called heavy metal genre. He had his own ideas, as I did. I like to write songs that aren't necessarily in that heavy metal lyric content anyway.
And at first Steve was reluctant to do it because he didn't want to be an Yngwie clone, and I assured him we didn't want an Yngwie clone. We wanted something really different and get away from that. There's no offense to Yngwie, we just needed to move on. And so after a couple of times with meetings with Steve and talked to a lot of other guitar players, but Steve worked out the best for sure.
When he joined the band, he'd just come from the Frank Zappa band, and he was very sort of avant-garde with his ideas for songs. And to me that was interesting because it wasn't so formula structured. Each song was a little bit different, and he offered me a chance to actually do some really nice melodies to some really great chord changes and arrangements. So the second album of Alcatrazz is actually my favorite of all. I like the songs because I really put my heart into it, and I know that the other guys did too.
Off you go. There you go.
Okay.
We're filming.
So we're leaving fabulous Nagoya, where we had an absolutely fantastic show last night with the most enthusiastic crowds. just incredible. And it's a beautiful city, and we're on our way to Tokyo. Today's a day of press and things like that, and then tomorrow we have a big show, and we're really looking forward to it. And then Graham and I have a shopping day, so there's Vikings for our children.
And here comes a few, look out,
There's a little
there's
trolley
traffic.
behind me, and I'm starving. I want to buy something.
Oh, you get it.
I don't know.
Oh, it looks
Oh, it looks good. What is
it
that?
does, I think.
Morinaga Suzuki Caramel.
So here we are in the offices of the fantastic Ward Records, who are doing a great job in Japan, the Graham Bonnet Band album, The Book. The guys and girl are signing promotional copies of the record.
You're a lesbian.
Getting ready for some interviews later today.
それはなぜなんでしょうか?
And now about your voice, Graham, lots of things that for the past couple of years that your voice has come back as a, you know, the same way or even better as when you were at the peak of your career.
It's kind of different. It's different. If anything, it's gotten a little stronger. I'm not trying to sing like Maria Callas, you know, I'm not trying to go, I'm not trying to do all that stuff. I sing with what I call a masculine heavy metal voice or heavy rock voice.
I spoke with Yngwie several times, and it wasn't going to happen with Yngwie. And at the time, I just kind of, well, okay, this got very complicated very quickly, and I just like, the heck with it.
Why did Steve Vai leave?
Got offered another, like with Vinnie Vincent, get off an offer you can't refuse. Vinnie got offered to play with Kiss, and Dave Lee Roth heard our second record, and all the guys on the earth he could get to be in his new band after Van Halen, he picks our guy. So that's a testament to Steve Vai's talent for sure. And we parted as great friends. It was a great opportunity for Steve to join David, which launched Steve into Whitesnake and a number of other things past that. And we're still friends. Jimmy and Steve and Conrad were together just the other day in Los Angeles. Yeah. Steve's, still a good friend. So it wasn't any animosity or anything like that. There was never any bad blood about it. Just one of those things that happens.
So when Steve Vai leaves Alcatrazz, you guys have lost yet another guitar player, and then you found a guy called Danny Johnson for the third record. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we'd known Danny from his days in Mick Derringer's band way back when. And we'd see him in LA in his band, Danny and the Bandits, playing bars and everything. And then he was friends with Ronnie Dio and his wife, Wendy. And when the guitar player issue came on the third record, it was suggested we try Danny out, which we did. And we got along great. We wanted to go maybe a little bluesier on the third record or whatever. And we weren't looking again for an Yngwie clone. We wanted to just, we're musicians, we want to keep.
Well, the third album was a bit of a disappointment for us all because we were asked to be more radio friendly, which we apparently weren't, which I thought we were, but anyway, and asked to do cover versions of certain songs that our manager at the time thought people would want to hear.
I personally, I think we should have stuck with the format, the previous format. I think we veered too far away from what we did best, because the third album was a struggle to make.
And to me it was a failure. There wasn't any, we lost the heart and soul of the band, I think, by doing that album. And eventually it fell to pieces because Danny Johnson left it, he had another job offer, and he left and the band just gradually fell to pieces.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here we are in Tokyo after a full day of press. Plenty of fans at the hotel. Big show tomorrow. Filming the live album and Blu-ray for Graham Bonnet Band and Alcatrazz.
This is the view in our hotel room in Shibuya, and these are people crossing the street, but we're up so high it looks like little ants. Isn't that crazy? Look how exciting Tokyo is at night with all the lights. Isn't it cool? Wish you were here. Here's something you may not know. I can actually speak a little Japanese. Oh my God, Graham just flushed the toilet in the middle of me recording. Graham and I are spending a little time outside today before the gig tonight. We're in Shibuya, which is so frenetic. The energy here is just palpable. It's crazy. And we're at the crosswalk that I filmed earlier. It's so wacky. I was showing my daughter and she said, that makes me uncomfortable. It looks like baby spiders, because from above, all you see are people just moving rapidly past each other. I'm hoping that the light will change soon so I can show you what it looks like from the ground floor. Hi, Graham.
Yeah.
I love you.
I do too.
Okay. Okay, here we are, we're crossing. How crazy it is. Just everywhere you look, people coming at you from all different directions. Welcome to Japan. All right, so one of our friends in Tokyo, Kyo Hirohori, makes these for us. And look how fantastic this is. And they're getting bigger because the band has grown. So he's representing everybody in here. And I love this. So there's a little button and I can turn the, no, I can't because I'm spazzing. Dang it. Okay, so you can turn the little lights off so you can maybe see a little bit better. And you know what I love is, look, that's my jacket. I actually have a jacket like that. He nailed it. Isn't that great? So, Kiyohiro, if you see this, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimashita. Aishitemasu. Love it.
The Graham Bonnet Band, the new album, and how it compares to Alcatrazz.
Well, if this was going to be another Alcatrazz album, I think it would have been perfect. I think this could have been like the third Alcatrazz album instead of the one we made that we weren't very excited about. No, I'm not saying it was that bad, but well, I don't like doing cover versions of things if I can help it. But this band has come out with a great album called The Book, and we've released a couple of good singles from that album that I think are in the style of kind of Alcatrazz, whatever. You know, but it's very Graham, and it's very much this band. Everybody's put their heart into this, and everybody that's heard it is very, very excited about it. And I'm very pleased to make it. It makes a change for me to be pleased, because I'm usually very, very skeptical and picky about everything I do.
Hey, Tokyo! Woohoo!
All right. Where's Andy?
He's out on the street.
I get one-handed.
Here we are, heading into soundcheck in Tokyo, filming tonight for the live DVD and Blu-ray.
Never. That's all I'm for you, though.
I was supposed to say that.
So we're going to be filming tonight for live DVD, and I'm just getting a little backstage footage so you can see how chaotic it is. It's chaos, I say.
Jimmy, how did you get involved with Graham again after so many years?
I was in touch with Graham's manager, Giles Lavery, and Giles mentioned something about would I like to play on a couple of songs on the new record, and I said, well, yeah, I'd love to. I'd like to see Graham again. And so I got together with Graham, just went over to his house, and we hung out and talked, and again, like, it was really fun. It was like we never left. And but I really liked the record, and then I loved Conrad's guitar playing, so the whole thing just felt really good. It was like, oh, this is cool. So I played on a couple of tracks, and then I thought, well, you know, I'd like to do more. So just kind of a natural progression of playing on more, and got involved in the writing some, and then really liked everybody involved.
Performing in Japan with the Graham Bonnet Band and the Alcatrazz set featuring the original 3 members, your thoughts?
Oh, it was nice to be back with Gary and Jimmy on stage again. For us, it was really kind of like a jam, really. We did it's like a one-off thing, and we have fun doing it. But everything went very well, both sets. So we basically did about 2 hours on stage with the Alcatrazz set and with the GB band set. You know, it was an exhausting evening, but very, very, very exciting.
I was going to say something else, but I don't know what I was going to say. But it was a great experience to do that, and the fans were just over the top. They were so pleased with what we did.
What's it like to have the three of you guys together again, performing?
It's great. It's funny because like we never left. It's one of those deals, you know. We get together with Graham, and it's like, yeah, okay, we know what to do, and the songs are the songs, and Graham sings it the way he sings it, and it was just real natural. It was real easy, and it's a lot of fun.
So we had great camaraderie. And so it's been really fun to do that. Particularly good again for
Cool.
On our way to the Ferris wheel, not really, on our way to the airport, but I sure do love their Ferris wheels in Tokyo. There's a bunch of them. I love this. I don't know what we're crossing. I don't know exactly where we're going, but this is us leaving Tokyo, headed to the airport. The tour is over. I feel infinite sadness, and I can't wait to come back. How about you, Graham?
I think we should wrap it up and put it in our pocket.
Okay.